One nation, 5 stars, 24 years of waiting, and now one final opportunity to remind the world why Brazil is football's greatest empire. But this time, one mistake could destroy everything. Can Brazil finally bring the World Cup back home, or is another heartbreaking chapter about to be written? For decades, the yellow jersey has represented more than just a football team. It has represented history, it has represented greatness, and above all, it has represented expectation. No country has lifted the FIFA World Cup more times than Brazil. 5 stars proudly shine above their crest, reminding every opponent exactly who they're facing. But here's the painful truth. Brazil hasn't won the World Cup since 2002. For a nation that lives and breathes football, that's an eternity. Generation after generation of legendary players has come and gone, each carrying the same dream, only to fall short when it mattered most. From unforgettable heartbreaks to shocking upsets, Brazil has experienced every emotion the World Cup can offer. But this tournament feels different. There's a new belief inside the squad, a new energy, a new hunger, and millions of fans around the world are beginning to ask the same question. Could this finally be Brazil's year? That journey begins in the knockout stage, where every match becomes a final. There's no second chance, no room for mistakes, win or go home. Brazil enters the round of 16 carrying both confidence and pressure. Their attacking talent is among the best in the tournament. Every time they move forward, defenders are forced into impossible decisions. Close down one player, and another world-class attacker suddenly appears in space. But knockout football isn't won by talent alone. It's won by discipline, patience, and the ability to stay calm when the entire world is watching. That's exactly where Brazil will be tested. Because history has shown us something remarkable. Some of Brazil's greatest teams didn't lose because they lacked quality. They lost because football only needs one unexpected moment to change everything. One defensive mistake, one missed opportunity, one unbelievable save. And suddenly, years of preparation disappear in a single night. That's why Brazil's opening knockout match is so important. Their opponent knows the pressure is completely on Brazil. Nobody expects the underdog to dominate possession. Nobody expects them to play beautiful football. Instead, they'll likely defend with everything they have, waiting for one perfect counterattack. And that's exactly the kind of game Brazil has struggled with in previous tournaments. Can they remain patient? Can they avoid frustration? Can they break down a disciplined defense before panic begins to set in? Those questions could decide the entire tournament. If Brazil survives that first knockout challenge, something incredible begins to happen. Confidence grows. Players start believing. Every victory strengthens the chemistry inside the squad. And suddenly, the dream no longer feels impossible. It feels real. But the road only becomes harder. Every opponent from this point forward has earned their place. Every team believes they can become world champions. Every match is played like it's the last game of their lives. Brazil's biggest weapon may not be their attack. It may be their balance. The defense looks more organized than in recent tournaments. The midfield controls the tempo with intelligence instead of panic. And when opportunities appear, Brazil has the kind of players who can change a match with one moment of brilliance. That's what separates champions from contenders. Not dominating every minute, but winning in moments that matter most. As the tournament progresses, the pressure outside the stadium grows even larger. Back in Brazil, millions of supporters stop everything to watch. Families gather together, entire cities hold their breath. Every pass, every tackle, every shot carries the hopes of a football-obsessed nation. And that emotional weight can either inspire greatness or become impossible to carry. The quarterfinal could be where Brazil faces its toughest psychological challenge yet. At this stage, every remaining team believes destiny is on their side. Small details become massive. A set piece, a penalty decision, a moment of individual magic. That's all it takes. But imagine Brazil finding a way through once again. Imagine the celebrations. Imagine the confidence. Imagine knowing that only 2 victories remain between Brazil and football immortality. That's when the entire world starts paying attention. Because a confident Brazil is one of the most dangerous teams football has ever seen. And if they continue growing stronger with every knockout victory, stopping them may become almost impossible. But the biggest obstacle and the biggest test of Brazil's World Cup dream is still waiting. If Brazil reaches the semifinals, everything changes. At this stage of the FIFA World Cup, there are no easy opponents. Every team left has already survived enormous pressure, heartbreaking moments, and knockout battles. Talent alone is no longer enough. The smallest mistake can end years of preparation in a single second. And that's exactly where Brazil's mentality will be tested. The pressure won't just come from the players standing across the pitch. It will come from history. Every Brazilian player knows what this trophy means. They know the generations that came before them. They know the expectations of millions of fans who have waited more than 2 decades to celebrate another World Cup title. That kind of pressure can break a team or create legends. The semifinal is where champions are born. One perfect pass, one incredible save, one moment of brilliance. That's all it takes to change football history forever. But here's what makes this Brazil team so dangerous. They don't rely on just one superstar. If one attacker is tightly marked, another steps forward. If the forwards are struggling, the midfield can create magic. If the attack can't find a breakthrough, the defense has shown it can remain disciplined under relentless pressure. That's the sign of a complete team. And complete teams usually find ways to win when everything is on the line. Imagine the final whistle blowing in the semifinal. Brazil has done it. Players collapse to the ground in exhaustion. The fans erupt in celebration. The dream is alive. One match remains. Just 90 minutes separate Brazil from football immortality. But the World Cup final is unlike anything else in sports. There are no second chances, no tomorrow. Every touch of the ball carries enormous weight. Every decision could define an entire career. Some players become heroes forever. Others are remembered for a single mistake. That's why the opening minutes of the final would be so important. Brazil must stay calm, control possession, avoid unnecessary risks, and wait for the right moment to strike. Because finals are rarely won by emotion. They're won by intelligence, patience, and courage. As the match enters its final stages, the pressure would become almost unbearable. Every clearance would feel like a goal. Every attack would stop millions of hearts around the world. One mistake could destroy the dream. One moment of brilliance could bring the trophy home. And if Brazil finds that moment, if they defend with the same discipline they've shown throughout the knockout stage, if their biggest stars deliver when it matters most, then something extraordinary could happen. The final whistle blows. Players fall to their knees. Some are crying, others are laughing. The yellow shirts rush toward each other. The stadium explodes with emotion. For the first time since 2002, Brazil stands on top of the football world once again. The famous gold trophy is lifted high into the sky. 5 stars become 6. Generations of heartbreak are replaced by one unforgettable night of celebration. Children watching around the world dream of wearing the yellow jersey one day. Former legends smile from the stands, and millions of Brazilian fans celebrate a victory they have waited decades to witness. But football has always reminded us of one important truth. Nothing is guaranteed. The road to glory is never easy. Every knockout match is a new battle. Every opponent believes they can write their own story. That's why Brazil cannot think about lifting the trophy today. They must focus on winning the next 90 minutes, then the next, and then the next. Because World Cups aren't won by dreaming about the final. They're won one match at a time. So will Brazil finally end the long wait? Will the Seleção add a historic 6-star above their crest? Or will another fearless challenger shatter the dreams of millions before the journey is complete? Only the World Cup can answer that question. And that's exactly why the entire football world will be watching.